teenage pregnancies, and in 2 years, the county has reported a 12% decrease in the cases. This has been made possible through close collaboration between the two levels of government, religious leaders, civil society organizations, Kaya elders, health workers, as well as teachers. Elizabeth Atieno spent some time in Kilifi County and files this report full of hope, especially for a county once consumed by negative news.
This is the coastal part of Kenya, where the sky and tufty clouds, resembling a curtain of silk, reflects in the jewel blue Indian Ocean, which swells silently with the waves rippling gently. The beach seems as though it is dipped in earthshine gold. North of the coastal capital of Mombasa lies Kilifi County, situated on the elevation from the sea, covering an area of over 12,200 square kilometers and is home to over 1.1 million people. The county is not only known for its breathtaking beaches, rich culture, and diverse marine life, but also its endowment with a wide range of minerals. For years, Kilifi County has been consumed by negative news, from the Shakahola massacre in 2023, the high poverty rates of 71.7%, to food insecurity, land ownership disputes, and the high cases of teenage pregnancies. But now, the county is turning the tide. The concoction of the old and young, Muslims and Christians, as well as policy makers and developing partners, have come together. Their main aim being to ensure that the issue of teenage pregnancy soon fades from sight. Deep into the horizon, where the sun and water meet, the air is pregnant with the smell of salt. At the shore, we find these three young girls, their eyes shaded from the glowing daystar, where the horizon is edged with a silver tint. They are young, wise, bold, and intelligent, and they are breaking the silence. Meet Ramla Rashid. At just the age of 19, she has mentored many girls. She will soon be enrolling into Pwani University to study community health. She finished Form 4 last year, and now she utilizes her time training young girls basic life skills whilst amplifying the voice against teenage pregnancy. She tells us the shores of this ocean is breeding grounds for some predators who lure young girls, impregnating them and later abandon them.
Haya maswala yanajitokeza kulingana na wazazi kutuma watoto wengine baharini, pengine waje waangalie samaki, ama pengine waje wazunguke na wazungu ama watalii ili wapate pesa waende wakajisimamie kimaisha yao.
So one of the things that we've been able to do is conduct community outreaches right here at the shores, where we are able now to make sure that we give them access to health services just right here.
We and other issues of sex tourism in our beaches, and we strengthened our tourist police, because we have a tourist police, and the county government has also the enforcement officers, whereby, especially when we have these peak seasons, we patrol along the beaches, flanking out the children.
Janet is equally a teenager, yet she is bold and vocal when advocating for the rights of girls. She has so far reached out to over 100 girls who are living by the advice given by their young mentors.
Tukiwa kwa space yetu, huwa tunadiscuss mambo mengi kama girls. Kitu cha kwanza ambacho watu tunadiscuss kama wasichana ni challenges ambazo wanaface wale wasichana. Challenges ambazo huwa yani tuseme ni kubwa. Kati ya hizo zote challenges zote ni lack of sanitary towels. Wasichana wanakosa pads, inapelekea paka wengine wanaweka magodoro, nguo zinaisha kwa sababu ya kuzikata. kwa sababu wazazi wao hawana uwezo wa kununua hizo sanitary towels. Mashirika ya usaidizi wa wasichana yamekuwa mengi na wanapata hiyo knowledge. So msichana akifuatwa, kama mimi ni shirika la usaidizi, nimemfuata msichana ni early mother, nikimwelezea, na kama kuna mwenzake atakuwa hapo atasikiza huo ushauri na yeye atafuatilia, na haezi akaenda na yeye akafanya kama vile mwenzake amefanya. Ushauri wetu tunatoa kwa shule, na kila shule tunahakikisha kama mentors ama kama wasichana tunawapa hiyo elimu ya kuwasaidia, na wasichana ambao tunawasaidia ni zaidi ya 100. Kama mzazi wa kike na unajua una mtoto wa kisichana ama mtoto mke, nataka niwaambie waweze kuangalia watoto wetu na wawape mahitaji yao ninio mahali ambapo wanapastahili.
Also lack of parenting, also some also face bullying. Yeah, those are the main challenges that the girls face.
On the other side of the shores of the Indian Ocean, Leila and Sheila are observing how the horizon is hemmed in sardine silver. They are now bridging the information gap when it comes to sexual and reproductive health amongst girls aged between 15 and 19, while also exploring the intersectionality between population, health, and the environment.
As much as we have these challenges, we have really tried to collaborate with parents, community gatekeepers, even religious leaders, in terms of them also having the knowledge of sexual reproductive health, understanding it, and also to be able now to help these adolescents, to help these young mothers to be able to access services that they want in the facility. We have established 11 safe spaces for adolescent girls who can be able to freely express themselves and also share information about their challenges. And also, we have also worked with young mothers in terms of even when we are doing community outreaches in the community, we have really also worked with healthcare providers and also the Department of Health. And one of the things that we have also tried in terms of providing outreaches and enriches at the facility, both outside the facility and inside the facility. In the safe spaces, we have mentors who are adolescent girls. We have trained them in life skills. And whenever they are providing such kind of information, they also have knowledge when it comes to referral pathways. And we have bring a collaborative approach when involving teachers in the safe spaces and also involving as much as teachers and also involving policy makers.
The gap I see is in terms of participation and engagement, especially for the adolescent on policy levels, is that most of the time it's only experts and also just professionals engaging at the policy level, where they are the ones who are going to develop the policy, look at the policies, as well as also at such time disseminate. But we do not have this adolescent coming to the policy level where they are also able to give their views and also just having their voice heard in terms of these policies, either because the policy language is too complicated for them or the policy environment is also new to them.
Our target audience mainly 15 to 19. Those are either they are in school, there are also some who are out of school. That is, they have faced dropout, they have also faced early teenage pregnancies, leading them to be young mothers at a young age. And the mentorship program has helped them. Those in school, it has instilled them with confidence that they can stand up for themselves. For the out school, we bring them to this mentorship so that they can know that they are not alone, that they can face anything that comes their way. And we are looking forward to instilling them with skills that can help them in their future, because they have to nurture the child.
95.6 kilometers from Kilifi town, we arrive in Sangatsini village, a village nested in a valley and surrounded by rolling hills, a picturesque oasis of tranquility. This is a small village with a population of almost 10,000 people, but it is full of character and charm. As we enter the village, we are greeted by the gentle hum of nature. In this homestead, we meet Mercy Furaha, a mother of 7. We find her having an informal engagement with children from the neighborhood. It is clear to us that Furaha has formed a strong bond with the children. They open up to her on anything troubling them. She holds the session weekly to ensure the young ones, especially girls, acquire knowledge to secure them from teenage pregnancy through useful life lessons.
Sisi kama wazazi ni tumepunguza hiyo namba ya watoto wenye wanapata mimba za utotoni kwa kukaa nao karibu. Yani kuwaleta karibu wale watoto wetu, tuwafundishe, tuwalee vizuri, hata maadili ya kidini pia. Mimi kivyangu huwa nafanya mikutano na wasichana na hawa kina mama, waelimisha watoto wao. Hao watoto yani wawe karibu na wazazi wao. Wakati wakifunga shule, wasiwe na zile safari za kutoka manyumbani. Tuwe karibu nao hao watoto, ndo tuwajue mienendo yao, ili wasiende wakapata hizo magonjwa na hizo mamimba za mapema. Kweli wazazi wa kiume wametuachia sisi wa mama hayo majukumu ya watoto, maana hao mara nyingi huwa wanatoka wakaenda wakitafuta chakula na school fees. Sasa mara nyingi huwa hao sasa wakienda huko labda ni mwezi ndo wanabaki huko, alafu ndo wanakuja nyumbani. Lakini sisi wakina mama ndo kila siku tunakaa na hao wasichana wetu. Sasa sisi ndo tunajua hizo shida za hao wasichana wetu.
Matsangoni ward is on the red list when it comes to teenage pregnancies in Kilifi County. We meet some teenage mothers who share their lived experience and, most importantly, how they were able to bounce back after giving birth. Marilyn, not her real name, is a Form 3 student. She narrates how all was well in her academic journey until grade 5 when she gave in to peer pressure. And now she carries a burden of great responsibility.
Kule shuleni kulikuwa na marafiki, wenye walikuwa na maboyfriend. Sasa ni ile mtu anakuambia mimi niko na boyfriend, fanya hivi. Sasa na mimi nikajiingiza kwa hiyo njia hiyo ya kuwa na maboyfriend.
The desire of her former boyfriend to cage her in a web of deception grew by the years, and at class 7, her life took a drastic twist, her bulging stomach bearing the evidence of what transpired on the day when she was caught in a dilemma during the school games on whether to reject her boyfriend's sexual advances or stand the risk of being abandoned in a place she did not know.
Sasa wakaanza kunitishia hivyo, mimi nikasema jambo la kwanza, kama ni kuachana ni sawa, kama ni kuingia mle ndani siingii, lakini sasa kwenda nyumbani peke yangu, mimi nimeachwa hapo, sina la kufanya, sijui nitafanya nini. Sasa yule rafiki yangu akasema wewe kubali tu uende, alafu tutakupeleka nyumbani. Sasa ikabidi nikaenda. Nilivyoenda sasa, after hapo wakanipeleka nyumbani. Ilikuwa late, ilikuwa kitu 2:00. Waliponifikisha nyumbani wakasema na usiwahi kuongea kwa mtu yoyote. Ukiongea tutakuonyesha kama sisi ni akina nani. Sasa mimi vile nilivyotishiwa na sina kitu yote yenye naelewa, kama kuna nikifanya hivi nafaa nifanye hivi. Nikamezea tu. Nikasemewa nyumbani, nikajitungia tu story, nikasema ukweli. Nilikuwa kwa kina fulani, nilikuwa nafanya hivi na hivi na hivi, lakini si eti kwamba mimi nimetoka kwa mambo mengine.
Marilyn lived in fear of the unknown, fear of what the future holds, and more so the fear of disappointing her mother, she being the firstborn of 2.
Nyumbani mama aliniuliza, sasa hivi umepata ujauzito, atakaje tena? Nikamwambia mimi nataka kutoa. Akaniambia usiwahi kutoa ndani ya maisha yako yote. Sasa mama alivyoniambia vile nikafeel tu, yani niko na ile at least nimekubaliwa.
Her mother might have accepted Marilyn's pregnancy, but now she had to deal with the stigma from the society. and this adversely affected her mental health.
Lakini ilikuwa yani ni kama sijajikubali bado. Ikafikia time nachukua kamba nataka kujitia kitanzi sababu maneno ya watu nao pia ukienda huku wasemwa ikawa hivi.
The parenting journey has not been a walk in the park, but that has not deterred Marilyn's ambition to quench her thirst for education.
Mama akaniuliza, saa hii umepata ujauzito, utaenda shule ama utaolewa? Nikamwambia mimi kuolewa, siwezi kuolewa. Sababu sasa nitasema naolewa sina kazi. Niolewe, bahati nzuri au mbaya bwana apate ajali ya afya, alafu sina wa kumtegemea. Nitafanya nini? Nataka nirudi shule. Ndio mama akanipeleka shuleni. Alivyonipeleka shule Tamwan, kukaja shirika nilipia school fees hadi sasa niko form 3. Bado naendelea na masomo.
Marilyn's daughter is now 2 years old and Marilyn is a day scholar. Her mother looks after the baby while she is in school.
Changamoto zipo kama vile mtoto hana pampers, alafu haukupa pocket money nyambo weza jinyima hiyo ukanunua pampers. Hapo sasa mama yuenda kukopa kila wakati, yakopa. Tunaishi hivi.
Abstinence is a word that echoes through the mind of Marilyn every time a man tries to lure her.
Nilipata ujauzito sahi mara ya kwanza, ni kama nimepata funzo. Hata mwanaume wote kwa njia akinisimamisha tu hivi, ni kama na feel ile yani namchukia, yani nikiona ile mwanaume ndio yani sina ile ya kuwa nasema huyu ni mtu mwenye ambaye yuweza nisaidia. Niko na ile ya kuwa huyu ni mwanaume na yani nafikiria tu kile kitendo chenye nilifanyiwa. Ndo najiepusha, yani abstain. Hiyo tu ndo inasaidia nisifanye tena ngono.
She says she is determined to achieve all her future goals, including offering lessons to young girls.
Kuna walimu fulani wanyambalo kwa wanatufunza. Sasa vile ambavyo wanatufunza, wanatubeba, ndo mimi naingiwa na moyo nasema hata mimi siku fulani nitakuwa kama mtu fulani. Hiyo ndo inanipa motisha.
Zawadi, not her real name, was raised in a dysfunctional family. Her mother and father were separated and she was caught in between a rock and a hard place.
Ilikuwa tu kama ni kwenda kwa mama, ilikuwa kama tu vuta nikuvute. Nikaenda tu kwa mama, simaliza hata kama ni nusu saa ama saa, baba yaje ananipika ananipeleka home. Sasa nitasema kwamba kupitia na hizo changamoto zote hizo, na tuseme kwenda kupata ujauzito wangu, ni kama nitamkola mama. Kwa sababu mama ilifika tu wakati akamwambia tu baba, wewe kila siku nikitaka huyu mtoto nikana kambe hunipe nafasi ya kukana yeye, na mtoto wa kike ni akaina mamake mpaka umri wa miaka 18. Sasa kwa kukasirika kwa mama akatamka tu akasema, kwa venye utaki huyu mtoto aje kwangu, basi atakuja kwangu kwa njia yoyote ile.
True to her mom's alleged prophecy, she became pregnant at 16 years. She narrates that her child's father offered her sanitary pads. She was forced to leave her father's home and stay with her mother.
Mzazi mwenyewe ambaye ni huyo baba sasa, yani hakutaka niishi pale nyumbani, ndalingangana tu nilikuwa niolewe. Sasa kupitia hayo yote, sasa mimi ndo nikaamua tu nikimbie tu ndende kwa mama.
After she gave birth, her father took her back in and her life improved. She had another chance in education.
Nilirudi shule nilikuwa na miaka 17 na nilikuwa nimepata tayari mtoto. Na lengo langu kuu lilikuwa nirudi huko shule ili niendelee kujikimu katika kutimiza ndoto zangu za maisha. Na nilichukua na mradi unaojiita CFK Africa. Na uliweza kunirudisha shule na ukawa unaweza kunilipia pia school fees niko kule shuleni. Na nashukuru naendelea na masomo yangu vizuri kule shuleni.
She wants to venture in community health and share her nuggets of knowledge with the community at large.
Mimi msichana ambaye nilijipata katika hizo hali, na ningeshauri wasichana wenzangu kwamba wasishiriki katika tendo la ngono mpaka pale watakapotimiza ahadi zao katika maisha.
Young men from Matsangoni have equally joined the initiative in curbing cases of teenage pregnancies, and they are now seeking to recruit more men into the cause.
For us youth to empower ourselves, we need initiatives like this, youth friendly here, where we freely express ourselves and the problem we face day-to-day living. Sheria ziko, just the implementation hapo kidogo tumeenda chini, because every case yenye ita happen it's being reported, then follow up hakuna. Watu wameweka wasichana wenyewe mimba na wanaachwa scot free. So kama watajaribu tu kukaza hapo kwa sheria, I think cases zitarudi chini na everything will be okay.
This is the Matsangoni Health Center, a safe haven for young mothers seeking antenatal care. Many teenage mothers, just like Marilyn and Zawadi, not their real names, safely delivered their babies here. This despite early childbearing among girls aged 10 to 14 being the leading cause of maternal deaths globally. The Kenya 2019 census reported maternal deaths of 464 deaths per 100,000 live births among girls aged 15 to 19.
If you look at the county data, we have very few. Actually, we have less than 2 in the last 3 years who died as a result of childbearing. Of course, those who come to the facilities, because we have others. We have girls who are dying as a result of maybe they are procuring abortion and we don't know, etc. There are those who die at home that we may not be able to account for. We have created very good accessibility, and there are 3 things we have done. One of them is coming up with the youth centers, youth-friendly centers within within the wards. So we have partnered with the various stakeholders. The county government has also come up with various other youth centers to provide services directly to young people in those centers, and also actually giving them a safe space to be able to get the services, mostly the safe care services. And then we have trained healthcare providers in around 65 facilities currently, who are now providing youth-friendly services.
Even the number of girls coming for antenatal were fewer, because most of the girls remained pregnant and they never showed up in hospitals for antenatal clinics. So there was a variance between, one, the schools dropping out of school, the girls attending prenatal, antenatal, and so the real issues were on the ground.
According to the National Council for Population and Development, NCPD, the rate of adolescent pregnancy in Kilifi County among girls aged between 10 to 19 has dropped from 9,578 in 2019 to 6,545 in 2024. In the previous years, the county witnessed an increase in cases from 7,058 in 2020 to 7,440 in 2021. This equates to national reduction in teenage pregnancies by 31.7% in 6 years and a 17% decline in just 2 years. Additionally, the national prevalence of teenage pregnancy has dropped from 396,840 cases in 2019 to 241,228 cases in 2024.
From 2019, we saw a reduction. From the 3%, we came to 19% in 2020. Then 2021, we went to, again, we reduced to 16%. And then we went to 14%, where we have stagnated all along until when the survey of 2022 came, where we are now at 12.5%.
Nashukuru baada ya mikakati tuliyoweka, sahihi visa vile vimeenda chini sana. Mwanzo tulianza na kuita vijana wa bodaboda. Bodaboda tuliona kwamba walikuwa wanachangia pakubwa kwa janga hili la mimba za mapema. Tukawa na mikutano na wao, misururu mingi, tukielezana kwamba bodaboda ni ajira na isiwe kwamba ndio chanzo cha kudhalilisha wasichana wetu wadogo.
We have seen a very big decline. It's not like we end some 2 years ago. So research or the data collected by KNBS has shown that we are on the decline, and we appreciate. And though we are not where we would want to be, I know we are on the right track.
We started in the year 2018 with numbers that were as high as 18,000. And today we can proudly say that I think by the last KDHIS that we were sharing with the Ministry or the Department of Health, we were at 3,000, that was last quarter.
But just how did Kilifi County manage to record such a significant decrease in cases of teenage pregnancies? First, they had to acknowledge that indeed teenage pregnancy is a thorny issue in the county, and narrowing down to what causes the surge through a multi-sectoral approach whereby former Kilifi County Governor Amason Kingi formed a task force in 2018 to investigate the rising cases of teenage pregnancies in the county.
We did a stakeholders forum, a stakeholders meeting, where we brought all stakeholders together. That is the administration side, that is the national government and the county government, and all other stakeholders, including the Ministry of Health, including the Ministry of Education, the sub-county administrators on the side of the county government, and the Department of Gender, both the national and the county government.
We have worked with with adolescent young girls and peers to come up with groups within various health facilities. We call them Binti kwa Binti. So Binti kwa Binti are these girls who become pregnant, and then we cohort them into groups, and they're able to, we're able to give them information. We are able to actually link them to various organizations that are assisting.
We have transition. A child who is in primary wants to transit to secondary, or those who may be, now that we have CBC. So we found that the transition from one group to another was also something that made most of them, because of their poverty, to remain at home.